It is a scent that triggers an immediate dopamine hit in the American brain. A mix of adhesives, curing sealants, and fresh leather. We call it new car smell, but in reality, it is the most expensive perfume on earth. We have been trained to view this odor as the scent of victory. It feels like safety. It feels like you finally leveled up. But if you look at the math, if you look at the raw compounding numbers, you aren't smelling luxury. You are smelling the incineration of your future net worth. It is the sensory signal that you have just volunteered for the greatest financial blunder of your adult life. It is a bizarre psychological blind spot. We will stress out over a $2 price hike on eggs or hunt for a discount code to save $10 on sneakers, yet without hesitation, we walk into a dealership and sign a legally binding document that deletes $800 to $1,000 from our bank account every single month for the next 7 years. Society has gaslit us into believing this is mandatory. We repeat the lie, well, I'll always have a car payment, so I might as well drive something nice. That mindset is the specific reason the middle class stays the middle class. A car payment isn't a bill like your electric bill. It is a systematic wealth extraction designed to keep you working longer than you have to. My name is Ed, and I spend an unhealthy amount of time thinking about why people make more money today but have less wealth. If you drive a nice car but feel a knot in your stomach when the payment hits your account, hit that subscribe button. Because today, we are performing a brutal autopsy on the American obsession with the automobile. Here is the fundamental problem. We view cars as assets. We put them on our net worth statement. I own a $45,000 car, you say. No, you don't. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out. A car is a consumer good like a toaster or a pair of jeans, except it costs as much as a small house and requires constant feeding. The moment you drive that new car off the lot, the depreciation cliff hits. You lose 10 to 20% of the value in the first 60 seconds. Imagine if you bought a stock for $45,000 and 1 minute later you checked your phone and it was worth $35,000. You would vomit. You would panic sell. But with a car, we do this voluntarily every 3 years. We celebrate the loss. The dealership model is designed to hide this destruction using a psychological trick called the Foursquare. When you sit in that glass office, they don't talk about the total price. They don't talk about the interest rate. They only ask one thing: what payment are you comfortable with? That is the trap. By focusing on the monthly payment, they manipulate the term length to fit any expensive car into your budget. This is why we have seen the explosion of the 84-month and even 96-month loan. They take a $60,000 truck you clearly cannot afford, stretch the payments over nearly a decade, and suddenly it looks affordable at $850 a month. You aren't paying for the car, you are drowning in interest. Now, I hear the objection already. But Ed, I need a reliable car. I can't drive a beater that breaks down. I agree, but reliability and expense are not the same thing. The myth that you need a brand new car to be safe is one of the most profitable lies the auto industry has ever told. According to Consumer Reports, some of the most reliable vehicles on the road are 3 to 5 years old. A 3-year-old Toyota with 40,000 miles is not less reliable than a new one. In fact, it's a smarter buy because someone else paid for the privilege of that first depreciation hit. You get the same essential vehicle with modern safety features for literally tens of thousands of dollars less. But the number that makes me physically ill is the opportunity cost. Let's run a simulation. Say you were 25 years old. Instead of paying that average $800 car note, you bought a reliable used car for cash and you invested that $800 into the S&P 500 every month until you were 65. At an average return of 8%, do you know how much money you would have? $2.7 million. So how do we fix this? We use the cash car ladder. Instead of signing your life away, I want you to scrape together $4,000 to $5,000 as fast as humanly possible. Sell stuff, work overtime, take that cash and buy a beater. It won't be pretty,
It might have a dent, but a $5,000 car has already hit the bottom of the depreciation curve. If you drive it for 10 months, it's still worth about $5,000. It costs you nothing in depreciation. While you drive that ugly car, you take the $700 you would have paid the bank and you pay it to yourself. After 10 months, you have $7,000 cash in the bank, plus your $5,000 car. Now you sell the beater. You take your $7,000 savings plus the $5,000 from the sale and you buy a $12,000 car. Cash. No payments. You do this one more time and suddenly you are walking into a dealership with $20,000 in cold hard cash. You are driving a $20,000 vehicle, which is a very nice car, and you have zero debt. This requires a massive ego death. You have to be willing to be the person in the office parking lot with the older car. But realize this, the guy in the brand new Mercedes next to you is likely broke. He is stressed. You, in your 5-year-old Toyota, you are free. Stop loving the new car smell. Start loving the smell of a growing net worth. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.